Today we will take The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats. You can see the picture of this famous poet William Butler Yeats. Let me give you a short introduction of William Butler Yeats. W.B. Yeats. He was born in 1865 in Sandymount, Ireland. His interest in poetry came at an early age, and his first verse was published in the year 1889. Though he had started writing poetry long before this date, he is considered one of the most important figures of 20th century, means a famous poet of 20th century. He is known as he has done the most you can say that notable work in his poetry sections, and he is a versatile poet, you all know. And as we have discussed in the class, that he received the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year, which year? 1923. Then he died in 1939 at a very young age of just 73. So this was about W.B. Yeats. Now see the poem, which goes like this. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the beloved glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wells of the morning to where the cricket sings. Their midnights all a glimmer and a noon purple glow, and evenings full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day. I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or the pavement's grey. I hear it in the deep heard score by William Butler Yeats. And now we'll see the first stanza of this poem. As the poet says that the life is a simple way of living. And the poet says in this poem about the peace and the tranquility in life. He is fed up with the busy life or with the hectic life of city, and he wants to come close to the company of nature that can bring peace to him. So in the first stanza, he says that he is going to Innisfree. Innisfree is an island in a lake, and he is going to Innisfree. Innisfree is a island in a lake, and when he will go to Innisfree, what he will do? He will build a small cabin there. Cabin means a small wooden shelter, and that shelter, that cabin would be made up of clay and wattles. Wattles is a material that we use for making walls or fences, so it is clay. So means he will build a cabin that would be made up of clay and wattles, and what else he will do there? He will make 9 bean rows with I have there a hive for the honeybee. He says that he will be very simple in his looks. He will have a small bean garden. Bean garden, 9 bean rows means he will make 9 rows, and in that 9 rows he will plant bean there. Bean is a type of vegetable, you can say. And a beehive for honeybees. He will make a beehive so that he could enjoy the natural sound of honeybees music. He is a music lover too, so he wants to listen the music that is being played by the honeybees. So he wants to listen that too. He also states that he wants to live alone in the big loud glade, surrounded by the sound of bees and the presence of nature. Glade. What is glade here? Glade means open space in a forest. The place or that is open. It is not surrounded by anything. So he wants to stay in that Innisfree. He wants to enjoy the natural beauty, and he wants to listen the natural music. He wants to live with the presence of nature. Then second stanza says that I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. Dropping slow means which comes very slowly. So in these lines, we get to see the poet's motivation for wanting to build a small cabin in the middle of the nature. His expression of peace comes dropping slow. He says that peace cannot be attained immediately. अगर आपको peace चाहिए तो आप अचानक से peace नहीं ले सकते. For that you have to wait. Peace comes slowly and slowly. That it means it drops very slowly. It shows that it shows that peace is a slow-paced phenomena. It refers to simple life of living. And dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. And now in this stanza he has given a hint that where he is going to get his peace from. So veils, Veils, veils means मिस्टी एटमॉस्फेयर इन द मॉर्निंग. वो जो धुंधला सुबह सुबह का सीन होता है, धुंधली सुबह होती है, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज वेल्स. तो ही सेज दैट ड्रॉपिंग फ्रॉम द वेल्स ऑफ द मॉर्निंग टू वेयर द क्रिकेट सिंग्स. ही सेज आई स्टार्ट गेटिंग पीस फ्रॉम द वेल्स ऑफ द मॉर्निंग. मीन्स जैसे जैसे वो धुंधलापन सुबह का हटता जाता है, मैं पीस जो है वो फील करने लगता हूँ, मुझे शांति मिलने लगती है. जैसे जैसे सुबह सूर्य की किरणें मुझ पर पड़ने लगती हैं, रोशनी, मैं पीस लेने लगता हूँ. So cricket, you know, it's a type of insect here, and cricket is a game too. You know that they are homonyms. And all a glimmer. Glimmer means to shine brightly. So he says that veils of the morning is a metaphor, is a figure of speech which is known as metaphor, and he refers to the fog that one can see in the early morning. And Innisfree is an island, is a watery place, and there is lot of dew or mist in the morning. So he says that, means according to the poet, peace comes slowly from the veils of the morning, and then it spreads to where the cricket sings, which is the time for cricket singing in the evening. Means he says I start getting peace from veils in the morning, and it goes till the cricket sings, means till evening. And he is creating an imagery of shades of colors and birds. And evening full of linnet's wings. Linnet means linnet is a type of small bird, grey color bird. So he says that the evening is full of natural beauty, that is birds are there in the evening. Light purple glow. The afternoon is glowing, and evening is full of glimmer night. So here he told that morning is full of whales, afternoon is full of purple glow, means there is a light in afternoon also, and evening is full of linnet's wings, means a small bird which is flying in the air. All the three are being described by the poet, that is morning, afternoon and evening. So we have seen till para second. Now in the third para the poet says that uh, in the last stanza he reiterates his decision to go to Innisfree. He means he is eager to go to Innisfree. He is so eager with that place that he wants to go there immediately. I'll rise and go now for always, night and day, means he wants to go there always for there. He never wants to come back from Innisfree. He is not the sea. In the second line, I will hear the lake water lapping with the sounds of the shore. It means that the poet is not in a rural place, because there are paved roads. पेवमेंट्स ग्रे, मतलब वो रोड की बात यहाँ कर रहा है. इसका मतलब है कि वो रूरल प्लेस में नहीं है. एंड द रियलिटी इज़ दैट ही कैन हियर द वाटर्स ऑफ इनिसफ्री. वो इमेजिन कर रहा है कि वहाँ की जो वाटर्स लैपिंग साउंड होगी उसको सुन रहा है वो. ही इज स्टैंडिंग इन द कोल्ड, हीज हार्ड पेमेंट इज he loves that place, so he is just imagining about the waterfall, the lake water lapping with the sounds of the shore. जो shore के किनारे वहाँ के water lap करते हैं, टकराते हैं, उनको ये सुन सकता है. Lapping means sound of water striking the shore, and roadway means a road. Pavements is a dull path. So these sounds are making a great effect on the heart of the poet, and the poet hears the sound of the lapping water, which means he is not far from the Innisfree. वो बहुत दूर नहीं है, वो बहुत करीब है, जहाँ वो नेचुरल ब्यूटी को फील कर सकता है, लेकिन वहाँ जाना चाहता है. वो उसने अपनी चाइल्डहुड डेज जो है वो इनिसफ्री में स्पेंड की थी. अब वो दोबारा वहाँ इस बिजी लाइफ, इस हेक्टिक लाइफ को छोड़ के अगेन विलेज लाइफ को एंजॉय करना चाहता है, नेचुरल ब्यूटी को एंजॉय करना चाहता है. एंड ही रेफर्स टू द साउंड दैट मेक्स अ ग्रेट effect on his heart. So we can see in the last stanza, the poet states that night and day he earns to go to Innisfree, means he is continuously thinking about going towards Innisfree. He is feeling desperate to leave the city and go to Innisfree. He is standing on the concrete road, but he can hear the sound of the waves lapping on the shore of Innisfree. He is eager to go to Innisfree, and because he wants to live in the lap of nature. So this is what we can see in the poem, and we can see that the poet thinks peace can only be found in the lap of nature, and in a place far away from the crowd and life of a busy city. And according to him, all the peace he can get only in Innisfree. Innisfree is a peaceful place for him, and he would like to go there forever. He can see green trees, birds, insects. He can listen to the sound of waves, water lapping, and he can experience much more in the Innisfree. So he wants to go there.